Stop scrolling. Just listen. You were meant to hear this today. Welcome to my channel.
Chosen one, listen carefully. I carry an urgent and sacred message today. This message is not for everyone. If you are not walking the divine path, if you are not seeking God with sincerity, this message will not hold your attention. Only those who are truly chosen, only those who belong to God, will remain here. And if you are still listening, understand this clearly. This message has reached you at the exact moment God intended. Not early, not late. Perfect timing. What I am about to share is important for your life, your spirit, and your next season. It will bring clarity where there has been confusion. It will bring peace where there has been inner war. And yes, it will change the way you see your spiritual journey from this point forward. Chosen one, your next mission is to kill 3 demons, not with your hands, but with your spirit. Not outside of you, but within you. These demons have been slowing you down, draining you, and testing your faith without you fully realizing it. Stay with me till the end, because if you leave halfway, you will miss the understanding that brings freedom. And freedom is what God wants for you now. Before we continue, chosen ones, give a like to this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon and share this message with other chosen ones so they can be part of this divine awakening. And comment 777 below to declare that you are aligned, ready, and walking boldly in the mission God has given you. What demons really are. Spiritual clarification. Chosen one, before I guide you any further, I need to settle something in your spirit. I need to clear confusion. I need to calm fear. I need to bring understanding. Because when I say the word demon, I am not speaking the way movies speak. I am not speaking the way fear speaks. I am speaking the way wisdom speaks. Many people panic when they hear that word. Their minds run to shadows, faces, and nightmares. That is not where God wants your mind to go. Fear is never God's teaching tool. Clarity is. Peace is. Truth is. And truth brings rest, not anxiety. Demons in the spiritual sense are not always external beings attacking you from the outside. For the chosen ones, demons are most often internal strongholds. They are patterns. They are voices. They are wounds that were never healed but learned how to hide. They are spiritual infections that grew quietly while you were busy surviving. I want you to breathe for a moment. You are safe. You are not in danger. Nothing is chasing you. What we are doing here is healing, not fighting blindly. Chosen ones do not wrestle with ordinary problems. That is why your life has never felt simple. That is why your struggles feel deeper, heavier, and more exhausting than those around you. God assigns higher responsibility to stronger spirits. And with responsibility comes resistance. A demon is anything that separates you from clarity, peace, obedience, and trust in God. Anything that clouds your mind when you try to pray. Anything that whispers doubt when you are about to step forward. Anything that keeps you spiritually tired even after rest. That is what we are talking about here. These demons do not scream. They whisper. They sound like your own thoughts. They sound reasonable. They sound logical. They sound like protection. But they are not sent by God. Let me speak plainly to you now, the way a teacher should. God does not confuse his chosen. He does not drain them. He does not suffocate them with guilt and fear. When something repeatedly pulls you away from peace, from faith, from purpose, it is not holy. It is a hindrance. Many of you have been blaming yourselves for battles that were never meant to be fought with self-criticism. You thought you were weak. You thought you lacked faith. You thought something was wrong with you. No, something was attached to you. And today, we name it so it loses power. Demons survive in darkness. Understanding is light. The moment you understand something clearly, it begins to lose its grip. Chosen one, you were never meant to destroy yourself trying to be perfect. God did not call you to exhaustion. He called you to authority. But authority begins with awareness. That is why this mission is not physical. It is spiritual. It is mental. It is emotional. You are not here to harm anything. You are here to reclaim territory inside your soul that has been occupied too long. These demons entered through moments of pain, through betrayal, through rejection, through loss, through seasons when you had no one to explain things to you. You learned to cope. You learned to survive. And survival habits slowly turned into spiritual blockages. I say this with care and firmness. Coping is not the same as healing. And God is not interested in you just surviving. He wants you whole. Some of you learned to doubt yourself because trusting people hurt too much. Some of you learned to stay busy because silence felt dangerous. Some of you learned to numb emotions because feeling deeply once broke you. These were not sins. They were responses. But now they are outdated. A demon is simply a response that stayed too long. And here is the part I need you to hear without fear. You are not possessed. You are influenced. There is a difference. Possession removes control. Influence clouds judgment, and clouds can be cleared. Chosen ones are never abandoned by God. Even in your lowest moments, His presence never left. What left was clarity. What left was peace. And that is what we are restoring. God does not send fear-based missions. He sends restorative ones. When He tells you to confront something, it is because He knows you are ready. That is why this message reached you now, not years ago, not later, now. Because your spirit is strong enough to understand without panicking, mature enough to listen without running, and ready enough to release what no longer serves your calling. Demons feed on unexamined emotions, on unresolved questions, on spiritual silence. When you stop asking why you feel the way you feel, the feeling begins to control you. But when you bring it into the light, it shrinks. I want you to hear this slowly. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not failing God. You are awakening. Awakening often feels uncomfortable. It stirs things. It exposes things. It asks you to look at parts of yourself you avoided, but it always leads to freedom. The reason this mission feels heavy already is because your spirit recognizes truth. Truth has weight. Lies are light and float easily. Truth settles deep. Chosen one, the demons you are about to confront have been pretending to protect you. Fear said it was keeping you safe. Distraction said it was keeping you functioning. Unforgiveness said it was keeping you strong. But protection that cages you is not protection. It is a prison. God never locks His chosen in. He leads them out. And listen to me carefully now. You are not alone in this process. You are not being tested to see if you fail. You are being guided to see how far you have come. This is not spiritual warfare filled with shouting and panic. This is spiritual authority expressed through calm clarity. Authority does not scream. Authority knows. As we move forward, I will name each demon clearly, not to frighten you, but to free you, because once you see them for what they are, they lose the power to confuse you. Your mission is not violent. It is surgical. It is precise. It is compassionate. And it is overdue. Take a breath. Settle your shoulders. Let your mind relax. You are exactly where you need to be. And what comes next will make sense in a way your spirit has been waiting for. Now that you understand what demons truly are, we can begin. Demon 1, the demon of fear and self-doubt. Chosen one, now we begin the real work. And we begin exactly where God always begins with His people. Not with your actions, not with your circumstances, but with your mind. The first demon you are assigned to confront is fear. And not the obvious kind. Not fear that screams. Not fear that shakes you openly. I am talking about the quiet fear. The intelligent fear. The fear that learned how to sound like wisdom. This demon has followed you for a long time. Longer than you realize. It did not arrive suddenly. It entered gradually, patiently, through moments when you were hurt, disappointed, or left without answers. It learned your language. It learned your history. And then it began speaking in your own voice. That is why it has been so difficult to identify. Fear in chosen ones rarely says, "You can't." It says, "Not now." It doesn't say, "You will fail." It says, "Wait until you're more ready." It doesn't say, "God won't help you." It says, "What if he doesn't this time?" Do you hear how reasonable it sounds? That is why this demon survives so long. It disguises itself as caution, as maturity, as patience, as logic. And because you are thoughtful, because you are spiritually sensitive, you listened. Let me say this clearly, without hesitation. Fear is not humility. Doubt is not wisdom. And hesitation is not always discernment. Some of you have been calling fear being careful. But chosen one, there is a difference between divine caution and spiritual paralysis. One protects you, the other keeps you stuck. Fear became loud in your life after disappointment, after something didn't work out, after a prayer felt unanswered, after someone you trusted failed you. That moment mattered more than you think. Because fear doesn't need many victories, it only needs one opening. And you gave it one, not because you were weak, but because you were human. Fear told you, don't hope too much. It hurts when you do. Fear told you, lower your expectations, that way you won't be disappointed. Fear told you, stay where you are, at least it's familiar. And slowly, almost gently, it began shrinking your faith. Chosen one, hear me now like a teacher who loves you but will not lie to you. Fear does not protect your future, it protects your comfort. And comfort is not your calling. God did not choose you because you were fearless. He chose you because you were willing. And willingness always comes before courage. Self-doubt is fear's favorite weapon. Because self-doubt does not attack God directly. It attacks you. It makes you question your worth, your readiness, your spiritual authority. It makes you forget how far you've already come. You look at others and think, they seem more confident, more gifted, more certain. And fear uses comparison to drain you. It convinces you that your quiet strength is weakness, that your sensitivity is a flaw, that your questions mean you are behind. That is a lie. Chosen ones often doubt themselves because they see deeper, they feel more, they think longer. And depth always comes with weight. But weight is not weakness. Weight is capacity. Let me ask you something gently. Who told you that confidence has to be loud? Who taught you that faith never trembles? Who convinced you that chosen ones never question? Even the strongest servants of God questioned. Even the boldest prophets hesitated. Fear does not disqualify you, but letting fear rule you will delay you. Fear's greatest trick is convincing you that waiting is safer than trusting, that standing still is wiser than stepping forward. But obedience has never required full certainty. It only requires trust. You have been waiting to feel ready, but readiness does not come before obedience. Readiness is formed through obedience. I want you to breathe and let this sink in. God does not wait for you to be fearless before He moves. He moves when you decide to trust Him more than your fear. Fear tells you to control outcomes. Faith tells you to surrender them. And surrender feels dangerous to a mind that learned survival through control. Some of you had to grow up early. You learned to be alert. You learned to anticipate problems. You learned to protect yourself emotionally and mentally. That skill helped you survive. But now it is blocking your growth. What once protected you is now limiting you. Fear has kept you replaying scenarios in your mind. It has kept you overthinking conversations that already ended. It has kept you preparing endlessly, but never starting. It has kept you spiritually busy, but inwardly stagnant. And let me be very clear here. Overthinking is not intelligence. It is fear wearing a crown. God does not want you trapped in analysis. He wants you anchored in trust. Chosen one, fear cannot survive where truth is spoken calmly. So here is the truth. You have already survived things that should have destroyed you. You have endured seasons you never thought you would escape. You have stood back up after being emotionally and spiritually exhausted. If God carried you through that, what makes you think He will abandon you now? Self-doubt says, "What if I fail?" Faith says, "What if God carries me?" Fear says, "What if I'm wrong?" Faith says, "What if obedience is enough?" You don't need certainty to move. You need alignment. And alignment does not feel loud. It feels steady. I want you to notice something important. Fear rushes you, or it freezes you. Faith steadies you. That is how you tell the difference. This demon loses power the moment you stop negotiating with it. Fear thrives on endless internal debate. It weakens when you make quiet decisions, not dramatic ones, not emotional ones, simple ones. I will pray anyway. I will try anyway. I will step forward anyway. Fear does not leave instantly, but it stops leading. And leadership is what this is about. Who is leading your inner world? Fear or faith? God never asked you to eliminate fear. He asked you to walk despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is obedience in its presence. You are not behind because you were cautious. You are not broken because you doubted, but you are being called now to stop letting fear make decisions for you. This demon is already weakening because you can see it now. And once seen, it cannot pretend anymore. You don't need to fight fear aggressively. You need to outgrow it. And growth begins with trust. Chosen one, this is the first demon, and you are already overcoming it by understanding it. Stay calm, stay present. What comes next goes even deeper. Demon 2, the demon of distraction and spiritual fatigue. Chosen one, now that fear has been exposed, we move to the second demon. This one is more subtle, more exhausting, and in many ways more dangerous. Because this demon does not scare you, it drains you. This is the demon of distraction and spiritual fatigue. You know it well, even if you never named it. It is the reason you feel tired without doing much. The reason your mind feels busy, but your spirit feels empty. The reason you want to pray, but somehow never get to it. The reason days pass quickly, yet nothing meaningful feels accomplished. This demon does not attack you with darkness. It attacks you with noise. Noise in your mind, noise in your schedule, noise in your emotions, noise in your thoughts when you try to be still. And let me say something gently, but firmly. Not all tiredness comes from work. Some tiredness comes from being pulled in too many directions spiritually. Chosen ones are not lazy. They are overloaded. You have been carrying too much mentally, too many thoughts, too many responsibilities, too many unprocessed emotions, too many expectations both from others and from yourself. And when the soul carries too much for too long, it doesn't scream, it shuts down. Spiritual fatigue feels like loss of motivation. It feels like numbness. It feels like procrastination. It feels like scrolling endlessly while feeling empty. It feels like starting many things and finishing none. It feels like wanting peace but not knowing how to access it anymore. And the most dangerous part is this. You begin to think this tiredness is normal. You tell yourself, everyone feels like this. Life is just busy. This is adulthood. This is reality. No, this is distraction doing its work. The enemy of your calling does not always try to destroy you. Sometimes it simply tries to exhaust you until you stop pursuing depth. This demon knows something important about you. It knows that if you are fully present, fully rested in God, fully focused, you are unstoppable. So it keeps you almost present, almost rested, almost focused, always, almost. Chosen one, distraction is not always about external things. Yes, phones, media, noise, and constant input play a role. But deeper than that, distraction often comes from unresolved inner tension. When your heart is unsettled, your mind looks for escape. When your spirit is tired, your attention scatters. When your soul lacks peace, it seeks stimulation. This is why silence feels uncomfortable for you sometimes. This is why stillness feels heavy. Because distraction has trained your mind to fear quiet moments. Quiet moments force you to feel what you have been avoiding. But God speaks most clearly in stillness. Spiritual fatigue also comes from trying to be strong all the time. Some of you never truly rest emotionally. Even when you sleep, your mind keeps working. Even when you smile, your heart stays guarded. Even when you worship, part of you stays alert. That constant inner tension is exhausting. Let me say something important here. Rest is not laziness. Rest is obedience. God designed rest not as a reward, but as a requirement. You were never meant to operate continuously without refilling your spirit. And yet, many of you have been doing exactly that. You give, you endure, you push forward, you show up, you survive, but you rarely stop to receive. And the demon of fatigue thrives in that imbalance. Chosen one, distraction convinces you that everything is urgent. Every message, every task, every thought, everything feels like it needs your attention right now. But urgency without priority leads to burnout. God does not rush his chosen, he prepares them. Spiritual fatigue also shows up as loss of joy. You still believe, you still care. But the fire feels low. The excitement feels distant. The passion feels muted. And you start wondering, what happened to me? Nothing happened to you. You are just tired in your soul. And here is the part I need you to hear without shame. Being spiritually tired does not mean you are spiritually weak. It means you have been spiritually giving. Even Jesus withdrew. Even Jesus rested. Even Jesus stepped away from the crowd. If the Son of God needed silence, why do you think you don't? This demon keeps you busy so you don't notice how empty you feel. It keeps you distracted so you don't slow down enough to heal. It keeps you occupied so you don't reconnect with God at a deeper level. And the longer this continues, the more disconnected you feel from your purpose. Not because your purpose left, but because your energy to pursue it has been drained. Chosen one, your calling does not require constant motion. It requires alignment. Let me correct something many of you believe. Doing more does not always bring you closer to God. Sometimes doing less brings clarity. Sometimes slowing down restores direction. Sometimes stepping back allows God to step in. Distraction tells you that if you stop, things will fall apart. Faith tells you that if you stop, God will hold things together. The demon of fatigue wants you to believe you are falling behind, that you are not doing enough, that you are wasting time, that you need to catch up. But rushing has never produced spiritual depth. Only presence does. You don't need to fix everything at once. You don't need to understand everything right now. You don't need to solve your entire life today. You need rest in God. Real rest is not just physical. It is mental. It is emotional. It is spiritual. It is letting go of the need to control outcomes. It is trusting that God works even when you pause. I want you to imagine this clearly. A tired soldier does not need more orders. He needs rest before the next mission. And you, chosen one, are not being punished with fatigue. You are being prepared. This demon begins to die when you reclaim stillness, when you choose presence over pressure, when you allow silence without filling it immediately, when you stop numbing discomfort and start listening to it. You are not lost. You are depleted, and depletion can be reversed. God is not disappointed in you for being tired. He is inviting you to rest at his feet, to lay down what you were never meant to carry alone. Spiritual fatigue lifts when you return to simplicity. When prayer becomes honest again, not perfect. When faith becomes relational again, not performance-based. When you stop proving and start trusting. Chosen one, this demon does not leave through force. It leaves through rest, through boundaries, through stillness, through choosing depth over noise. And here is the quiet truth. Once you rest properly, clarity returns, energy returns, joy returns, direction returns, not all at once, but steadily. This demon is losing power now because you are aware of it, and awareness leads to choice. You are allowed to slow down, you are allowed to rest, you are allowed to disconnect, you are allowed to breathe, and as you do, your spirit begins to recover. Stay with me. The next demon goes even deeper. Demon 3. The demon of unforgiveness and hidden pain. Chosen one, now we arrive at the deepest layer of this mission. This is the place most people avoid, not because they are weak, but because it hurts to look here. This demon does not live in your thoughts alone. It lives in your memories, in your body, in the quiet reactions you don't talk about. This is the demon of unforgiveness and hidden pain. I want you to slow down with me here. Do not rush this part. This is not a section to consume quickly. This is a section to feel. Unforgiveness does not always look like anger. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like emotional distance. Sometimes it looks like strength. You learned how to keep going. You learned how to function. You learned how to smile. But underneath that strength, something stayed unresolved. And it stayed there for a reason. You were hurt by people you trusted, disappointed by those who promised they would stay, wounded by words that were never taken back, overlooked when you needed protection. And some of those wounds happened when you were too young, too vulnerable, or too spiritually unaware to process them properly. So you buried them. Not intentionally, not with rebellion, but with survival. You told yourself, "It's fine. I'm okay. I'll move on." And you did move on. But the pain didn't. It just went quiet. It learned how to hide behind responsibility, behind maturity, behind faith language. Unforgiveness often disguises itself as wisdom. You say, "I'm just careful now. I don't trust easily. I keep my guard up. I don't let people get close." That sounds reasonable. That sounds strong. But chosen one, hear me clearly. Guarding your heart is not the same as closing it. Pain that is not healed does not disappear. It hardens, and hardened pain becomes a silent demon. This demon whispers things like, "Don't open up again. Don't expect too much. Don't forgive too easily." People always disappoint, and because the pain was real, the voice sounds convincing. Let me say this with compassion and truth. Forgiveness is not denying what happened. Forgiveness is refusing to let what happened control you anymore. God never asks you to pretend it didn't hurt. He asks you to stop bleeding in silence. Many of you believe forgiveness means excusing behavior. It does not. Forgiveness does not say what they did was okay. Forgiveness says, "I will not carry this poison any longer." Unforgiveness is heavy. It weighs on your spirit. It drains your energy. It affects your prayers. It affects your peace. It affects how safe you feel in relationships, even healthy ones. And here is something important. Unforgiveness does not punish the person who hurt you. It punishes you. It keeps you emotionally tense. It keeps you spiritually guarded. It keeps your heart partially closed. And a closed heart struggles to receive fully from God. This demon thrives in secrecy, in unspoken grief, in unacknowledged betrayal. In pain, you told yourself you should be over by now. But healing does not follow timelines. Healing follows honesty. Some of you were hurt by family, some by friends, some by spiritual leaders, some by people who were supposed to protect you, and that pain cut deep because it violated trust. You didn't just lose people, you lost safety. And when safety is lost, the soul becomes alert, defensive, careful. You begin living in protection mode, always scanning, always anticipating disappointment, always preparing for the worst. That is exhausting. Chosen one, let me say something gently but firmly. You are allowed to admit that something hurt you deeply. Admitting pain does not make you weak. It makes you honest, And honesty is where healing begins. God already knows what happened. He is not asking you to explain it to him. He is inviting you to release it to him. Unforgiveness blocks flow. It blocks joy. It blocks intimacy with God, not because God withdraws, but because pain builds walls. Some of you struggle to feel God's closeness, not because he is distant, but because your heart is protecting itself from being hurt again, even by him. And that is understandable. But it is not where you are meant to stay. Forgiveness is not a feeling. It is a decision, a quiet one, a repeated one, a sometimes painful one. You may forgive today and feel anger tomorrow. That does not mean you failed. It means you are healing layers. This demon does not leave all at once. It loosens its grip slowly as you choose release again and again. Forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Forgiveness does not mean access. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. Forgiveness means freedom. You can forgive someone and still set boundaries. You can forgive someone and still walk away. You can forgive someone and never allow them to hurt you again. God does not ask you to return to unsafe places. He asks you to stop carrying unnecessary weight. Hidden pain also includes pain you never had words for, losses you never processed, tears you never cried, emotions you swallowed because there was no space to express them. Some of you learned early that being emotional was dangerous, that expressing pain made things worse. So you became strong, you became quiet, you became self-contained. That strength helped you survive. But now it is isolating you. God does not want you hardened, he wants you healed. This demon dies when you allow yourself to feel without judgment, when you allow grief to surface, when you stop telling yourself you should be over it by now. Healing has no deadline. Chosen one, I want you to hear this slowly. You did not imagine your pain. You did not exaggerate it. You did not deserve it. And you do not have to carry it forever. God is not waiting for you to forgive so he can love you. He already loves you. He is inviting you to forgive so you can finally rest. This is not about them. This is about you getting your life back, your peace back, your softness back, your trust in God back. Unforgiveness makes the world feel unsafe. Forgiveness makes the soul feel lighter. You don't need to rush this. You don't need to force feelings. You need willingness. Willingness to release. Willingness to let God handle what you can't. As this demon weakens, something beautiful happens. You breathe easier. You react less. You trust more. You feel present again. You feel connected again. And you realize something important. You were never cold. You were wounded. And wounds can heal. This demon is losing power now, because you are no longer avoiding the truth. And truth, when faced with compassion, always brings freedom. Stay with me. You are doing sacred work. Why you were chosen for this mission? Now. Chosen one. Now that the 3 demons have been named, exposed, and weakened, a deeper question rises in your spirit. And I know it is there, even if you have not said it out loud. Why me? Why now? Why this moment in my life? Let me answer you with clarity and calm authority. God does not send missions randomly. He does not awaken people without reason, and he does not reveal truth before the soul is ready to carry it. Timing is never accidental in the kingdom. You were chosen for this mission now because you have reached a level of inner strength you once did not have. You may not feel strong. You may still feel uncertain, but strength is not loud confidence. Strength is endurance, and you have endured more than you realize. Look back honestly. There were seasons you should not have survived. Moments when you were emotionally drained, spiritually confused, and mentally exhausted. Times when you questioned everything, including yourself. And yet, you are still here. Still believing, still searching, still listening. That alone tells me something about you. God refines his chosen through pressure, not comfort. And pressure reveals capacity. You were not crushed by what you went through. You were shaped. This mission is not punishment. It is not correction. It is confirmation. You are being called now because you are no longer who you used to be. You are more aware, more discerning, more grounded. You don't react the way you once did. You don't collapse the way you once did. You don't run the way you once did. That is growth. Earlier in your life, if God had revealed these demons clearly, it might have overwhelmed you. You might have panicked. You might have misunderstood. You might have tried to fight instead of heal. But now, you can listen without fear. You can reflect without self-hatred. You can confront truth without losing peace. That is maturity. Chosen ones are not selected because they are perfect. They are selected because they are willing to be honest. Honest with God. Honest with themselves. Honest about their wounds, their limits, and their need for grace. God is not interested in religious performance. He is interested in transformation. You were chosen now because you are tired of carrying what no longer serves you, because something inside you has been whispering, there must be more than this. Because deep down, you know you were not created just to survive, but to live aligned. This mission did not begin today. It began the moment you stopped numbing yourself, the moment you started questioning patterns, the moment you desired peace more than approval, the moment you chose healing over pretending. God watches those moments closely. Let me say something that may surprise you. Many people pray for calling. Very few are willing to go through the internal work that calling requires. Calling is heavy. It demands clarity. It demands surrender. It demands emotional honesty. That is why chosen ones often feel isolated. Not because they are better, but because their path is narrower. You were chosen now because you are no longer avoiding yourself. You are ready to face your inner world with courage and faith. And that readiness is rare. God does not give authority to those who refuse to heal, because unhealed authority harms. He gives authority to those who are willing to be refined. This mission is not about becoming someone else. It is about returning to who you were before fear, distraction, and pain reshaped you. You are not being upgraded. You are being restored. And restoration always happens in stages. First comes awareness, then release, then alignment, then peace. You are in the awareness stage, and awareness can feel uncomfortable, it can feel emotional, it can feel heavy, but it is also sacred, because once you see clearly, you cannot unsee, and clarity changes everything. God chose this moment because your spirit can now hold truth without breaking. You can sit with discomfort without running. You can listen without needing immediate answers. That is strength. Some of you wonder why others seem to move faster in life, why things appear easier for them, why your path feels slower, deeper, more complex. Let me tell you why. God was building roots in you, not speed. Fast growth looks impressive. Deep growth lasts. Your life has been shaped to sustain what is coming next, and sustainability requires healing. A cracked foundation cannot support expansion. That is why God paused you. That is why certain things delayed. That is why some doors closed. Not to punish you, but to protect you. If you had moved forward carrying fear, distraction, and unforgiveness, success would have crushed you. Influence would have overwhelmed you. Responsibility would have drained you. So God slowed the process, and now He is cleaning the foundation. This mission is not about killing parts of you. It is about removing what attached itself to you without permission. You are not losing anything essential. You are gaining clarity. Chosen one, understand this clearly. God does not awaken people who are not ready to change. He awakens those who are willing to let go. You are here because you are willing. You are also here because your next season requires a lighter spirit, a clearer mind, a softer heart. You cannot carry old wounds into new assignments, and God trusts you enough to invite you into this process. That trust matters. Your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is discernment. Your introspection is not overthinking. It is awareness. Your desire for peace is not avoidance. It is alignment. This mission is happening now because your soul is no longer satisfied with surface-level faith. You want depth, you want truth, you want authenticity, and God honors that desire. He does not rush those he loves. He prepares them. This is preparation. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not missing anything meant for you. Everything you needed to become who you are today has already happened. And now, you are ready to release what no longer belongs. Chosen one, this mission is not heavy because it is dangerous. It feels heavy because it is meaningful, and meaning always carries weight. As you move forward, you will notice something shift. Your reactions soften, your decisions clarify, your inner world steadies. You stop fighting yourself. You stop forcing outcomes. You begin trusting God more naturally. That is alignment, and alignment is power expressed quietly. You are chosen now because you are ready to live unburdened, ready to walk forward without dragging the past behind you, ready to carry responsibility without fear, ready to serve without exhaustion. God does not choose the loudest, He chooses the deepest, and depth is what He has been forming in you all along. Take a breath. Let that settle. You are exactly where you need to be, and what comes next will feel lighter than what came before. How victory changes your life after this mission. Chosen one. Now let me show you what begins to happen when these demons lose their grip. Not in dramatic flashes, not in instant perfection, but in quiet, steady transformation, the kind that lasts. Victory in the spiritual life does not arrive like a loud announcement. It arrives like relief, like space in your chest, like a deep breath you didn't know you were holding for years. The first change you will notice is mental clarity. Your thoughts slow down, not because problems disappear, but because panic no longer leads. You stop rehearsing worst-case scenarios. You stop replaying conversations endlessly. Your mind becomes a place of thought again, not a battlefield. You begin making decisions without exhausting yourself. You trust your discernment more. You don't second-guess every step. And when doubt does appear, it no longer paralyzes you. It passes through instead of settling in. That is victory. Emotionally, something softens. You react less. You don't take everything personally. You feel less defensive, not because you became careless, but because you became secure. You stop needing constant reassurance. You stop proving yourself. You stop explaining your worth. And when people misunderstand you, it hurts less, because your identity is no longer fragile. Victory brings emotional stability, not emotional numbness. You still feel deeply, but feelings no longer control your direction. Spiritually, prayer becomes simpler. You stop trying to sound right. You stop performing faith. You speak honestly, sometimes quietly, sometimes with questions, and that honesty restores intimacy with God. You feel God's presence without forcing it, not because you are doing more, but because you are resisting less. Peace becomes familiar again. Another change happens slowly, but it is powerful. You regain energy, not frantic energy, steady energy, the kind that doesn't burn you out, the kind that comes from alignment. You wake up less heavy. You move through your days with more intention. You stop filling every quiet moment with noise. Silence becomes comforting again. That is when you realize something important. Your exhaustion was never from life itself. It was from carrying things you were never meant to carry. As these demons lose authority, you stop fighting yourself. And when internal conflict ends, external life becomes lighter. Relationships begin to shift too. Some deepen, some fade, some reveal truth. And instead of panicking about it, you accept it. You stop forcing connections that drain you. You stop chasing validation. You stop shrinking to keep peace. You become more honest, and honesty attracts alignment. Victory does not make everyone like you. It makes the right people find you. You also begin trusting God's timing differently. You stop demanding answers immediately. You stop interpreting delays as rejection. You understand that waiting is not punishment. It is often preparation. This patience is not passive, it is grounded. And because you are no longer rushing, you notice opportunities you once missed. You hear guidance you once ignored. You recognize peace when it arrives. Victory sharpens discernment. You begin noticing what drains you quickly, what energizes you, what aligns with your spirit, what disrupts your peace. And instead of ignoring these signals, you respect them. Boundaries become natural, not defensive. Natural. You say no without guilt. You say yes without fear. You walk away without resentment. You stay without anxiety. That is maturity. Your faith also changes shape. It becomes quieter but deeper. Less emotional swings, more consistency, less desperation, more trust. You no longer chase spiritual highs. You value spiritual steadiness, and that steadiness carries authority. People begin sensing something different about you. They may not know what it is, but they feel it. Calm, presence, depth, stability. You stop needing to convince anyone of who you are. Your peace speaks for you. Victory does not remove challenges. It changes how you face them. You no longer panic when things go wrong. You respond. You adapt. You pray. You move forward. And when you fall, you recover faster, without shame, without self-attack, without spiritual guilt. That alone changes everything. Another sign of victory is self-compassion. You stop being harsh with yourself. You stop calling yourself weak for needing rest. You stop criticizing your process. You understand that growth is not linear, and you allow yourself grace. Grace is strength when used correctly. You begin living less from fear of loss and more from trust in provision. Less from past wounds and more from present awareness. Less from control and more from surrender. And surrender no longer feels scary. It feels relieving. This victory also prepares you for what comes next, not with pressure, with peace. God does not promote people who are still fighting themselves. He promotes those who are internally aligned. Alignment creates capacity. Capacity allows you to hold more responsibility without collapsing, more blessing without guilt, more influence without losing humility. That is why this mission matters. You are not just becoming better, you are becoming ready. Ready for deeper relationships, ready for meaningful work, ready for spiritual leadership in quiet ways, ready to carry peace into chaotic spaces. And notice this carefully. Victory does not make you loud. It makes you grounded. You don't rush to speak. You don't rush to react. You don't rush to defend. You choose your moments. That restraint is power. Your life after this mission will feel less dramatic, but more meaningful. Less chaotic, but more intentional. Less reactive, but more purposeful. You will still face uncertainty, but uncertainty will no longer frighten you. It will feel like an open space where God can move. Victory brings trust, and trust brings rest. Chosen one, this is not an ending. It is a shift, a recalibration, a return to alignment. You are not becoming someone new, you are becoming yourself again. And when that happens, life begins to flow instead of resist. Stay calm, stay present. The final sealing is coming next. Conclusion: sealing the mission and spiritual alignment. Chosen one, take a moment and breathe. What you have just walked through was not information alone, it was alignment. The mission did not begin when you clicked this video. It began when your spirit recognized truth and stayed. You have now seen the three demons clearly. Fear and self-doubt no longer get to lead your decisions. Distraction and spiritual fatigue no longer get to drain your purpose. Unforgiveness and hidden pain no longer get to define your future. They were exposed not to shame you, but to free you. This mission was never about force, it was about awareness. And awareness is authority. Understand this deeply. The moment you stop fighting yourself, God can move through you effortlessly. Peace is not weakness. Calm is not passivity. Stillness is not delay. These are signs of alignment. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not missing anything meant for you. You are right where God intended you to be, at the moment you were strong enough to receive this truth without fear. From this point forward, walk gently with yourself. Choose rest without guilt. Choose trust over control. Choose forgiveness not for others, but for your own freedom. Let clarity guide you instead of anxiety. Your mission continues beyond this video, quietly, daily, faithfully, and God walks with you in it. Before we close, chosen ones, give a like to this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon and share this message with other chosen ones who need this spiritual and mental healing. And comment 777 below as a declaration that you are aligned, released, and ready to walk forward in peace and purpose. Stay grounded, stay faithful. God is not finished with you yet.